Topic: Conditions for obtaining well-defined and steady interference pattern. The first condition: the two sources of light should be coherent. Now, coherent sources are those sources which produce static or sustained interference. Two sources are said to be coherent when they continuously emit waves of same frequency. The initial phase difference between these two waves must be either zero or constant. Here in the diagram, you can see the incoherent light. Incoherent, that means different wavelengths and different phases. So each wave is different than the other wave. The second case is the monochromatic incoherent light. That means each is having same wavelength but different phases. While third is the coherent light, same wavelength and same phase. Their phase remains same throughout the journey. If the initial phase does not remain constant, that it changes with time, then at one point when delta phi, that we can say that the state or phase of the wave at a particular instant can be expressed in terms of the initial phase as initial phase plus 2n pi, and the point is a bright. But after certain time, at that point, if the initial phase changes, then point may be dark point. So that can be explained using the following expression. This is the phase delta phi is equal to delta t plus 2n pi. Delta t is the initial phase of the wave. If delta t is equal to 0, definitely delta phi is equal to 2n pi, that is bright point. But if delta t is equal to pi, then delta phi is equal to 2n plus 1 phi, and the phase difference between the two wave is the odd multiples of phi, therefore it will be a dark point. That means the same point will show the bright as well as dark region. So this is the incoherent case. So to have the steady or sustained interference, we should have the two coherent sources. Now the second condition, two sources of light must be monochromatic. Two sources of light are said to be monochromatic only when they emit light of same wavelength and same frequency. If the sources emit light of more than one wavelength or frequency, then the constructive interference or the brightness at one particular point due to one may overlap with the destructive interference and the darkness due to other wavelength. Thus, interference pattern will be diffuse. Therefore, the two coherent sources of light must be monochromatic, which you can see here in this diagram. This is the case of steady interference pattern with the monochromatic light, while this is the case of polychromatic light where you cannot distinguish the dark and bright fringes. The third case, two interfering waves must be of same amplitude. The amplitude of two waves from two sources must be same so that when they interfere constructively, the resultant amplitude will be sum of these two amplitudes, that will be A1 plus A2. And if both the amplitudes are equal, definitely A will be equal to 2A and the intensity of that point will be 4A square. But for destructive interference, the resultant amplitude will be the difference of these two amplitudes, that is A1 minus A2, and the resultant amplitude will not be zero. It will have certain value or magnitude. Hence, the intensity will be proportional to a square. That means there will be a certain light where we are expecting a complete dark region. So the point will not be perfect dark, and it won't be possible to distinguish between dark and bright point. So here you can see the constructive and destructive interference. The fourth point, the separation between two slits must be small in comparison to the distance between plane containing slit and screen. The two sources should be close to each other. As we have derived the relation between the fringe width and the separation between the two slits, that is x is equal to lambda d by d, where x is inversely proportional to the d, that is the distance between two slits. When these sources are close to each other, fringes will be widely spaced and can be seen clearly. The two slits must be narrow. If sources are broad, then the light waves emitted from different points of the same source itself would interfere. This causes some pattern to overlap above the actual interference band, making it diffuse or less sharp. Hence, the sources should be narrow. The two waves should be in the same state of polarization. Now, what is mean by polarization? Polarization is the confinement to the vibration of the particle or your wave. There are the different state of polarization: linear polarization, circular, as well as the elliptical polarization. The different state of polarization like linear, circular, elliptical, if the two waves should be of different state of polarization, they will not produce the steady interference pattern. Hence, they must be of same type of polarization or same state, either linear or circular or elliptic.